Alright, I have an iPhone 6s here with no display. Ammeter looks like it reads normal, but I don't see an Apple logo. It's possible that the battery's not charged, but I think it's probably an LCD problem. But anyways, I'm going to kind of go through the thought process behind how to troubleshoot something like this. Alright, so the only thing I've done so far is plug the phone into an ammeter and see if there's current draw. That's one. Two is do a hard reset and look for an Apple logo in the middle of the screen to determine whether it's a backlight problem or an LCD problem. Okay, and I was not able to see an Apple logo. So, is it possible that it is the backlight? Well, let's do some testing real quick. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my multimeter to continuity mode and just check for continuity across this anode backlight. See, if you look at it, it doesn't even look like it's busted at all. So that's why I'm thinking it's probably not a backlight problem. So that tests fine. There's continuity all the way to that filter. So there's nothing wrong with this filter here. Okay, and let's say there's any problem shorted. No, so the backlight's not the issue. This is a LCD issue, and so now that we've determined that, let's go ahead and remove this black foam here. And what I do is just put some IPA over the black foam, wait for a second, and it's going to allow you to lift this thing pretty cleanly off. Okay. And right off the bat, I mean, let's just see do we see anything that's weird with it? I mean, normally, you know, your eyes are probably your best bet in terms of, I think this might have happened after a screen repair. I'm not positive, but let's double check here. Let's look for missing components. Let's look for holes in the black tar stuff. Any evidence that can help us determine what the hell is wrong with this damn thing. You know what? I don't see anything wrong with it. Although I do see a little bit of something. I see that right there. What is this? And where did that come from? Alright, so let's remove this. That may have come from the tip of my tweezers, I'm not sure. Maybe it was already there, you know. I guess I can probably go back to the camera. I mean, this looks pretty clean right here, so I don't really see anything out of the ordinary. Maybe this. But that's a data filter, that's not going to blow. So let's do this. Let's put a new screen on it and let's see if iTunes recognizes it, okay, before we proceed any further, because I don't see anything wrong with it, alright? But he said he's already tried 3 screens, but maybe it was that little thing right there that was jacking it up, I don't know. So let's do that first. Alright, so I have a working test screen right here, which I'm going to put on this puppy. Yeah, let's see if I see anything. Phone call. Alright, so it is connected now. I'm going to connect my battery. You know what, let's connect another battery, just to rule everything out here. 6S battery. Pretty sure it's charged. So I got a new battery, I got a new screen, and let's plug it in. I'm gonna plug it into my ammeter here. You guys won't be able to see it, but alright, so it looks like it's booting up, no problems, you know. And I just kind of wipe it down right here and see if I see an Apple logo, and I don't know Apple logo still. So let's plug it into iTunes here. It looks like it's booting up fine. I mean, I'm getting like 0.8 amps or whatever it is. That's normal. So let me plug it into iTunes and see if this works. See if it sees it or not. Yep, it sees it. Okay, so this is a display problem. So I'm gonna kind of go through how to troubleshoot a display problem. Okay, no image. Okay, so first thing I do when I troubleshoot a no display problem is Okay, so for the 6S, the LCD and digitizer are all in the same connector. Okay, so what is required to power the LCD? All right, number one, PP1V8 touch. This is the touch. Sorry, let's see. Here you go. PP1V8 LCM connection. Okay, this is an always on 1.8 volt connection. All right. So first thing you do, before you even check any of the other lines, first thing you really want to do is check for PP1V8 LCM con. Okay, that's going to provide 1.8 volts to the screen. Okay, which connects directly to the enable line, which then tells the PMU to power up the screen. That's what I think happens. Not 100% certain, but I think that's what happens. So let's do this. Let's plug. Okay, so I'm essentially just gonna put the battery on right here, and I'm gonna measure that fourth line right there with no screen on. See if I get 1.8 volts. All right. So I'm actually gonna plug it into my ammeter just so that I know that it's booting up. All right. See if I can get a cable here that is not tangled. Too bad. Okay. Alright, so turn my multimeter voltage mode. I can see it booting up via my ammeter. It's at 0.8. Looks like it's a constant 0.8. So, okay, DC volts. Let's measure this fourth pin right here. Okay. So I'm getting 1.8. So that's good. So it's not a filter on that 1.8 connection. And okay, let's sit tight right here, and let's go to the see why the screen doesn't power up now. So I'll show you what I'm going to do in 2 seconds. Okay, so the easier way to do it is I have a donor board here. Okay, I have a donor board here. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to take some notes. Alright, so I have notes here on the diode mode voltages of all these pins. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set my multimeter diode mode. Put the red ground and black to each pin right here, and this is this is my test board. Okay, so I know this board works. It's iCloud locked, but it's not connected to anything. It's just a logic board. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to test these 4 pins because I know these 4 pins are the most important to power up the logic board. Okay, so first one is OL. That's not right. First one is diode mode. Remember, 0.379 is what I'm getting. 0.647. So I'm going to write these down, right? So I'm just going to write, what did I say it was? 349? Shit. Now it's different. 448. I'm just going to put 48. 48. iPhone 6S. So 48, 64, 648, so this is the okay, let me just write that down for 48, 60, I'm just going to put 65. I probably should go to the third digit, but anyways, and then the third one is actually it's the PN5V7 volt, which is power negative. So you actually have to swap the leads and get the reading on that. Okay, so so now it's 654, which is the same. 654. Okay, so the LCM connection is, we know that's good already, but I'm just going to measure it anyway just so I know. All right. Now, why am I getting OL here? Should not be OL. Okay, there you go. 0.37 is the, so I just put 37. Okay, so those are the 3 most important ones. So actually we are still missing the enable line, so let's find out which line is the enable. So you know what, let's just go down, let's just go to the next 2 as well. This is probably a touch line, and then this is AP to LCM reset con, which is also an important line, I think, for booting stuff up. So let's just go to the next two as well, and we'll take notes on them. All right. So fifth, 64, and 0.496. 64. 496. Okay, we'll just go all the way to the third digit. And then, now let's go look for the enable line, okay? Let's see. I have no idea where the touch reset. There you go. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. So let's go to the 9th pin here, and we will measure the voltage of the 9th pin from the bottom. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. 0.517. 0.517. So LCM. What did I say it was? 0.517? Is that what I said? 0.517. Okay, 517. EN. Okay, I'll just label that 9th. Okay, so now let's go to the one that we're working on, and we will look for the same diode measurements. Okay, and we will go from there. All right, so 40, 41. So this is definitely not the same as what we should be getting. This is 416, and we should be getting about 480. This is shorted. Okay. And that is the power negative, which is 645. Okay, that's our problem right there. That is our problem right there. Okay, so what the question now is, why is that shorted? Why is that second pin shorted? And what exactly is the second pin? Second pin is the PP5E7 LCM. Okay, so what's the most common cause of a short in a line? A capacitor. So we will go and check all the capacitors out in the line here. And so we got a filter here, we got a cap there, we got a cap there, and maybe something on the back. Okay, nothing on the back so far, but if we click on this filter right here, we'll see that you know, there's other caps. There's 3 other caps along this line, so it could be it's not going to be the smaller one because those don't blow as often. So it's going to be this cap, this cap, this cap, or probably this cap. And then there's one on the back as well, and then the IC. All right. So what we'll do is we will just confirm it with just go to continuity mode, and I mean our best bet really is to okay. So let's see. This is my guess is this is the filter right here. Let's just double check. Okay, so that's the filter, and then let's just confirm that. Okay, so we got 1. We got 2. Oh, I'm sorry. I shorted 2. 3. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Okay. So all 3 of those, and then so there's definitely a short on that line. Okay. So visually, I don't see anything that's jacked up with it. Okay. I don't see anything that's weird with it. I mean, you know, usually if it's blown, you'll see some sort of black or something like that on it. But these visually don't look bad at all. But doesn't mean that they're not bad. So we're gonna start taking them out one by one, and see if we can find out what the problem is. All right. Let's take this rear camera off. I'll be back. Alright, so let's go ahead and start removing components here, okay? This is not aligned. Let's try this. I probably could just replace all three of them anyways. And that's gone anyway, so I'm gonna have to replace them. You know what? Let's test that first, and maybe we got lucky. No such luck. It's probably on the back. It's probably that IC that busted somehow. I mean, what I could do is just remove that filter, you know. I can remove this filter, that way it'll isolate whether it's 1 or 3, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Makes it a little bit easier. Okay, there's one. So we'll put that aside for now, and I guess we can test it. We can test it out for each one, that's fine. Am I missing a pad here? Oh no. So I think we found our... I think we found it. I think we found our short. So it was that one that was shorted. So even though it didn't look bad, it was shorted. How did that get shorted, by the way? I don't even know. So let's just clean this up, and then we got lucky here. Well, not really lucky, but you know. Should probably take that little black tape off, because I'm burning it up and it is making a mess. And then I will use my tweezers, because I can get more. Because this is like lead-free solder here, and it's just really hard to get removed and stuff. 310. Alright, that looks pretty good. So let's get our new caps out, and we will put them back, and this thing should work. Let's see, what are they? Did I just take the wrong damn caps off? This one. Oh, hold on. Was that even? By golly. Okay, so it's this one. So 2.2. They're both the same things. 2.2, 6.3 volt. All right. Oh, that's a bad one. Okay, so let's get a little flux on this sucker, and we will be on our merry way. Oh, that's awesome. Stuck to my flux. Okay. I really need my 0.1 millimeter tips. And that is just, I'm gonna wick that sucker if I can. Try to at least. That thing is just hard. This is gonna be a pain in the butt to wick. I can tell you that right now. This is, well, maybe not too bad. Anyways, let's just wick that as much as we can. Get that lead-free stuff out of the way, and then it should make things a lot easier. And see, these were supposed to be 0.1 millimeter tips, but they got bent, so now they are probably 0.5 millimeter tips. This thing is not cooperating. It's not really melting good. Alright. I think that's pretty good. Alright, I think that's pretty good. So let's double check there's no short here and clean it up, and then we should be good. Alright, no more short. This thing should power up, no problems. I'm actually just going to probably reassemble it before I test, because I'm pretty confident that this is going to be good. I don't even know how that cat blew, to be honest with you. I mean, how does that cat blow? It blewed. Alright, let me pause it real quick. Moment of truth. Almost. Okay. Battery symbol. That's a good sign. So once this sucker powers up, we should be good to go. Alright? So I just wanted to give credit to Mark Schaefer here. I kind of I don't watch a whole lot of videos anymore, but I stumbled upon one of his videos with a no display, and this diode mode thing is it's not a new way of testing things, but it's a very good way of finding problems. Instead of, because I'm not one to just replace things and see if it works or not, without really understanding why it doesn't work, and I like to get to the root of the problems. That way, I'll know uh, how to diagnose and repair it next time. And it seems like most people have this problem. The hardest problem, the question that I get asked the most is, I know how to solder, but how do you figure out what the problem is? And that's probably one of the toughest things that I had when I first started, and that's probably what most people have trouble with. You know, like where do you start troubleshooting? And people, when I was starting, people would just say, oh, I have no power, replace TriStar, right? I think you have to understand why you replace TriStar before you just do it. Otherwise, you're gonna be twiddling your thumbs, because um, you're gonna be twiddling your thumbs. I mean, you're just gonna go around in circles without really understanding why you're doing something. So now I kind of recognize, and then the other thing also is, there's patterns to everything, and there has to be like a step one. I feel like there's got to be a step one, step two, step three, kind of like that, to maximize and to make things more efficient. So that's kind of why I like doing things the way I do them. And so, anyways, this thing is not powered up yet. No, you can't see my face this time, but it's gonna work, guaranteed. Because this is a pretty clean phone here. So, anyways, hopefully this helps you guys. And yeah, all right. Thanks for watching.